These tariffs will have an effect on e-commerce and brick-and-mortar businesses alike, leading retailers to raise prices to keep margins profitable. As a result, retailers are reconsidering where they source their products from, their fulfillment partners, and overall supply chains, and more. As President Donald Trump has announced his imposition of tariffs on imports from Canada, Mexico, and China, online retailers in the United States are considering the financial impacts on their e-commerce businesses. President Trump has implemented a 25% additional tariff on imports to the U.S. from Canada and Mexico. For imports from China, it's a 10% additional tariff. In 2024, the U.S. imported $412.7 billion worth of goods from Canada, according to government data. It imported $505.9 billion worth of products from Mexico. From China, that figure was $438.9 billion. That's a combined $1.36 trillion in imports from the trio of trade partners. And for each of the three countries, the U.S. imports at least $50 billion worth more than it exports. Then, on February 10th, President Trump signed proclamations to close existing loopholes and exemptions to restore a true 25% tariff on steel and elevate the tariff to 25% on aluminum, according to a government fact sheet. Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, Japan, Mexico, South Korea, the European Union, Ukraine, and the United Kingdom had received exemptions that prevented the tariffs from being effective, according to the fact sheet. These tariffs will matter to e-commerce and brick-and-mortar businesses alike, leading many retailers to raise prices to keep margins profitable. But there are other ways retailers will respond to tariffs too. How do tariffs affect e-commerce businesses? During President Trump's first presidency, online retailer Full Leaf Tea Company felt the impact of the tariffs he imposed at the time. Co-founders Matt and Lisa Hammonds told Digital Commerce 360. In his first presidency, when those happened, we had a big shipment of tins, and then that got caught with a big tariff, so that was probably the biggest impact we've had from it, Matt Hammonds said. But this year, most of our packaging, things along those lines, we have made in the U.S., he added. We've tried to prepare ourselves to not have the tariffs affect us too much. Full Leaf Tea Company sources its organic certified herbs, teas, and spices from all over, he said. As a result, he said, the new wave of tariffs on products from China could affect the company too. We don't source anything from Mexico or Canada, not for any other reason other than they just don't grow the stuff that we order, he said. Still, the effect of the tariffs on Full Leaf Tea Company's e-commerce business might not become evident until the retailer begins sourcing more of its products, Lisa Hammond said. I think I may see it next year when we start contracting again for the different herbs and things that are coming in. Because right now, we're already pretty well set from ordering and doing all of our contracting beforehand, she explained. If anything, I really see the big impact more or less coming toward the end of this year as we prepare for 2026.